Good afternoon, Lewis. So today I tried to make a video sort of expanding the video I made last week where I talked a little bit about infinite sums and infinite sequences and I was going to try and put it on a more rigorous footing in the natural way. It's in the epsilon delta method, which there are hopefully going to be some links in the description too, because I think it's a very interesting thing, but also it was very difficult to do in such a way that it was accessible to people who don't have a little bit of a maths background. You sort of have to be aware of like set inclusion symbols and everything like that, and if you don't, then it takes a lot longer to write out all the words, and basically there's a bit of a barrier to entry. So if you want more of that, there are hopefully going to be links that are good. I haven't looked them up yet, but there will hopefully be good links that you can read and you can learn about it if you want. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk you through the justification I had for making the video I made last week. So there is a certain YouTube channel out there, naming no names, mberphile, that made a video a while ago talking about the sum 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 all the way off to infinity. Now, any rational, normal person will tell you that this obviously cannot be assigned a finite answer. That's just like, you're just gonna get an infinite answer out of the end of that. And what they talked about was a method of proving that this sum converges. No, they didn't even say converges. They just said that this sum is equal to minus a 12th, which is obviously not true. Basically, they do a lot of very spurious manipulations in this video that obviously don't make sense, and it has really upset me. Because if you read the comments on this video, you will see a lot of people who are very incensed about the way that they have approached doing this calculation, and all of their objections are completely right. But the problem is, people are taking those kinds of objections. I'm seeing this on other mberphile videos where they're talking about slightly more rigorous ways of doing infinite sums, and they're just applying them over and over again, and there are people who don't think infinite sums are a reasonable thing for us to have in mathematics, and it's a very damaging idea. Like, this is kind of an idea that's already around a little bit in the popular mindset that all this math stuff is you know, it's interesting fun and games, but you know, at the end of the day it doesn't actually matter, it doesn't actually mean anything. You know, a lot of it's kind of rubbish, kind of not really true, and actually it's objective truth. And I am very aware that the mathematical community as a whole has a lot bigger problems. For example, during my tenure as a student of the mathematical arts at university, it took me until term 2 of my second year before I had a female lecturer, and I have had one female lecturer in my entire time there. So 3 terms a year, 2 years, 6 terms total, I've had one female lecturer over more than 20 modules. But like, that is obviously a bigger, more obvious issue in the mathematical community. Like, how do we take away this gender bias? And that's like a whole other thing. And you know, yeah, this is the smallest of the first worldliest of maths problems, is that people are getting like disenfranchised with maths, kind of. And if you want to watch maths videos on the internet, which I highly recommend because there are some real good ones out there, I would recommend you watch the Mathologer. He's really great. He's very nice. He's a very good maths video maker. Like, he basically does mberphile, but just better, I guess? Anyway, I'm gonna go calm down and stop getting mad about maths videos on the internet. Lewis, I will see you on Friday.